Welcome to this Bell Direct monthly update. I'm Julia Lee, an equity strategist at Bell Direct. And it's great to see the Australian share market closing off the month with fresh decade highs and clocking up the 5th consecutive months of gains. That's actually the longest straight gains that we've seen for the market since 2009, where we did see the market coming out of the global financial crisis and the market rising every single month from March 2009 to September 2009. So it finally feels like a bull market, and of course it is on the back of reporting season in August. Highlights were in the small and the mid-cap space, where we did see Retail Food Group up 57% for the month, WiseTech up by 40% for the month, and Appen up by 40% for the month, while the large cap stocks did lag. Having a look at the ASX 200, and the best performers were TPG up by 53% on the back of news of the merger with Vodafone. Appen was up by 40% on the back of its results, with profits doubling there, and WiseTech up by 40% after its results. The bottom though, Speedcast did not have a good month. The shares down by a massive 34%. Now this is a company that looks at telecommunications, mostly through satellite for remote communities, as well as projects such as oil rigs. And unfortunately, they haven't seen a huge capex spend coming through from the oil and gas space, and that's resulted in its profit being much lower than expected. Pact Group also citing rising costs in its disappointing earnings result, the stock down by 25% for the month, and we also saw Sims Group down by 24%. One of the things that we'll be watching through the next few months is banks repricing their mortgage books. Dividends are a big driver of bank shares, and we need to see something underpinning earnings given the headwinds for the banks at the moment. We have seen Westpac first off the ranks, increasing its rates by 14 basis points, and we are expecting to see other banks to follow suit. Now, if we do see banks repricing their books by around about that amount, that should see 2 to 4% earnings uplift for the banks, which would be supportive near term in terms of the banks. So watching those banking stocks. Of course, here in Australia, we're seeing great political risk. And political risk means that certain sectors are under pressure or could be under pressure because of regulatory risk. Some of the areas that we are watching are franking credits, as well as private health insurance. If Labor wins government, we could see a cap on premiums to the tune of around about 2%. We're also watching things like negative gearing, which could impact on the residential property space, and having a look at a possible regulatory risk for the energy space, so remaining underweight some of those utilities as well as energy. Post-reporting season, we're moving to equal weight in telecom. In fact, the telecom sector has been one of the best performers in this space. We're also positive on healthcare and liking stocks like Mayne Pharma, Sigma, Nanosonics, as well as CSL. We've seen some positive updates from those China-facing businesses like Blackmores, A2 Milk, and Bellamy's. And gaming also good, with a revival in the VIP business from Star, as well as Sky City in Auckland and Crown. In the material space, Boral impressed, Rio Tinto also looking good here. But look, we did see rising raw material costs, a feature of this reporting season, and we saw Pact Group, Ansell, Aurora, and Amcor all affected there. We are also cautious the battery theme, with these type of commodities coming under pressure in China. Sierra, Orocobre, Western Areas are some of those stocks that we are cautious in. But all in all, we've seen reporting season coming in on expectations. We haven't seen a huge amount of misses, but some impressive performances, especially from the small mid-cap space, as well as technology and healthcare, and a revival in some of those telecom stocks. That's the monthly update for August, the market ending on a high note for this month, and hopefully we see a follow through in the month of September, watching those banking stocks as well as the rising political impacts on the share market. I'm Julia Lee, an equity strategist from Bell Direct. Hope to see you next month.